Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down the gauntlet, making them all. Hard way wrestling, straight from the heart.
Here we go. Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. We are back. It is Monday. It is a Crown Jewel Monday, Ricky. Welcome, buddy. How are you?
Tired. But the
Tired?
pay-per-view was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. And just getting ready for Monday Night Raw tonight.
That was the only good thing this weekend. Well, I mean, we did go out afterward and drank a little bit, and
What?
you were feeling pretty good.
What?
Yeah, you were feeling pretty good. You had this run to another bar to meet a girl, and then you never talked to her. I don't even know. What was that all about? Whatever.
Who cares?
Girl, right?
We're talking about wrestling.
And that's right. That's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about wrestling. Before we get started, though, make sure you go like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. That lets you know every time that we are on or we drop a video, blah, 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 blah. You heard it all before. Check us out on iTunes and all that good stuff. Also, we are in Patreon. Go check that out. There are going to be bonus stuff over there to Patreon, like our fantasy league. We had our first fantasy league game of this next. It's not a quarter. It's what? I guess you can say
2 months.
Yeah, every 2 months we start over. But yes, we just started our fantasy wrestling over, and I did it again, Ricky. I'm good. I'm amazing at this. I ain't gonna lie. I'm amazing at
Unfortunately,
fantasy wrestling.
I think Scotty's going to fail when he cashes in.
Yeah, he's absolutely going to fail. He's not going to be, and he's got actually 2 months to cash in. He's got all the way to December, and then we're going to give another one in January. So,
He needs to just trade me that briefcase for a quarter pounder with cheese.
he probably would do it. So, but let's get into it. This weekend we had Crown Jewel. You said the paper is pretty good. Is that your real thoughts? You thought the pay-per-view was really good?
Yeah, that was pretty decent.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I didn't think it was that bad. It really forwarded stories. It was actually nice. You know, when they did these Crown Jewels before, it was stuff that didn't matter. They always
Just
did matches.
hodgepodge.
Yeah, it was just
It
matches.
was almost like an AEW pay-per-view for booking.
They put matches out there that didn't matter, didn't forward stories. The Goldberg matches, the Bray Wyatt's losing titles, and that never happened.
The greatest Royal Rumble.
The greatest Royal Rumble. Who won that? Do you remember who won that?
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman.
I thought they had other ones afterwards, like maybe one more, but like nothing's beating Titus World Slide.
That is for sure. That is probably the best thing that's ever come out of Crown Jewel is the Titus World Slide. People were still laughing to this day. I could hear Michael Cole giggling under his breath. So we had 7 matches on the card, but only 6 went off. So very disappointing for some people who put a ton of points in fantasy on that match and had to lose that match, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it happened to me. I lost the title over it. I should have been like the 4-time Hard Way Wrestling Fantasy League champion, but what's her name?
It was Slamovich and Killer Kelly.
Yeah, Killer Kelly. The Slamma Kellys. They screwed me. They took those points away, and that was all my points. So, but now you know how it feels when that happens to you. But yes, they had 6 matches, ended up 6 matches, 7 on the card. But we're going to get right into it. It opened up the night. Crown Jewel actually opened up the morning for us because it was at 1 o'clock here. What do you think of the 1 o'clock pay-per-views?
It's phenomenal. Nothing's better than middle of the afternoon, just like being able to watch a pay-per-view and then you have the whole rest of the day to do whatever.
East Coast gets a little bit of taste of what the West Coast goes through, because when they have pay-per-views out there, they just start at 4, and then they have the rest of the evening to do whatever they want out there. So East Coast finally gets a little taste of that kind of stuff. Now, if you're on the West Coast, boy, that sucks, because you start at 9 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning. So for your pre-show, yeah, I know, I would take that too.
Yeah,
we've done it. I mean, what was the pay-per-view that we watched? It was like it started at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
That was
Ireland, the one in Ireland.
No, it was Australia. Elimination Chamber.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So I like the early ones myself. Get up, watch, maybe
That's
eat
too early.
Yeah, it's too early.
9 o'clock's fine. 5 was it 5 in the morning? That was way
5
too
in
early.
The morning. Yeah, and it ran till 9. Yeah. So, but it was nice. So we get to watch a pay-per-view, then go to bed, go take a nap, right? And that's how I live my life. I watch TV, I fall asleep, and that's kind of it's perfect. So
even when you're driving.
Yes. I mean, that's why I kept my best sleep is when I'm driving. So, Crown Jewel opens up with Roman Reigns and Usos, the old bloodline, versus the new bloodline, the bad bloodline of Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama, Tonga. This match was actually a great match to kick off the show. It ends with two thumbs to the throat to Roman. Roman takes the pin. Now
I thought Jimmy was eating that.
Yes, we thought Jimmy was going to eat this pin. No. Roman. Solo hit him with the Samoan thumb or Samoan spike twice to put Roman down, man. What do you think about his first? Well, actually, this is his second match, right? His second match back, and he's already taken the L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
did he look old? Did he look old to you?
I think more and more here recently, when he's had matches, he's starting to thin out a little more. He doesn't look as big as he used to be. Very sleepy looking too.
He still looks good.
Yeah, I wish I looked that good, but
the end of this match had the bad bloodline beating up on the good bloodline, and then who's our savior?
Sammy.
Jesus Sammy comes down with his scarf around his neck. He makes it seem like for a couple of seconds there that he was going to be on the side of bad bloodline, but he gives a little belly to belly suplex to Solo after the fake hug, and then it's on, and then
they got him surrounded in the ring.
Yeah,
one of the OG bloodline in each corner, and Solo sitting in the middle.
That is was a nice little finish there, but then we get an accidental super kick to Roman Reigns from Sammy, or wasn't it accidental? What do you think?
I think it was accident.
Now,
I think eventually they're going to squash the beef.
I'm sure
the rest of them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. But I'm not sure why Sammy was mad, because actually, Sammy hit Roman with a chair first.
Yeah.
So Sammy's still mad, but he got the first shot. He started that whole shit. So bad on you, Sammy. Jesus, bad on you, Sammy. So towards at the end of this, there was back and forth between Jimmy J, and Roman. Jimmy J, Roman, and Sammy, right? So back and forth here. So we'll see where this story goes. I believe we're moving towards Survivor Series War Games. So curious to see how that's going to play out. You're saying that they're only going to do 4.
I read they were only going to do a 4-on-4 instead of the usual 5.
Gotcha. So they don't want Tongaloa in there at all, do they?
No, he'll be in there if it's 4-on-4.
Well, you got, I guess it would be. Yeah. Tongaloa would be in there. Yeah. So we'll unless they come up with another family member before
they shake the family tree and have a couple more fall out.
Maybe Alpha Jr.
Still wondering if
after he thumped some poor kid's ass at an indie show.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So anyway, Bad Bloodline gets a pin over Roman here. Not a bad match. Women's tag team match. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill are the champions. Damage Control versus Metaphor versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. This was a fun match, right? This was fun.
It was, but the way it started, it was the suck the air out of the room match after the opener.
Yeah, this is usually the women are the could be the bathroom break match, as Scotty would say. But all these women show up, right? They all show up and shell out. Even Metaphor coming up from NXT. They're. I actually think that they're the next. They are the next big thing. I really like Metaphor. But Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, always good. Definitely
Chelsea's
Chelsea Green,
great.
always great in a lot of ways. Damage control, Io Sky, amazing. But Bianca Belair and
We
Jade
love you
Cargill,
a long time.
Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair hit the Doomsday device.
On
Did they?
Piper.
Now I don't know. Yeah, on Piper at that. I don't. They didn't do that little springboard kick to the chest, and
Mm-mm.
they didn't do
No,
that.
they didn't
So,
do that this time.
and they were getting better at that. Like it seemed like they were getting, but I like the old. I like the Doomsday device. So. I don't remember what their gear looked like. They were very shiny, but it didn't look like the Road Warriors. I would like the little. If you're going to use a Doomsday advice, let's
Put some spikes on.
yeah, let's get some homage to Hawk and Animal. So, yeah, so that was a good match. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill retain the title. Then we hit Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest. We've seen these guys beat after Monday Night Raw when they beat the crap out of each other outside. Uh, curb stomp on the car, curb stomp on the truck, or whatever it was. And then he landed in a bunch of cardboard boxes or whatever they landed in. This match was not. This match was okay.
Yeah.
It ends with Seth Rollins with a. Was it a curb stop off the top rope?
He did, but it was the third stomp he did because he did one on the steps and
which
busted.
hard weighed him. Yep.
Yeah.
Copyright, by the way. Copyright.
Yep.
Make sure.
And then he hit him with another one in the ring, and then he went top rope and hit him, and that finally took him down.
The best part of this was their lead. Seth is, he won the match. He's leaving the ring. He turns around and Bronson Reed is standing in the middle of the ring, and he's going, "Let's go. I'm not done. Let's go." And Rollins mouthed, "What the fuck is going on here?" He said, "You're out of your mind." He said, "We'll do it again, big man, and the same result will happen. I'll make you famous." Well,
sorry, Undertaker. Don't steal that line.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see where they're going to go with this. It doesn't look like it's done.
No, I don't think it is yet. I hate when they build somebody up to be like an absolute unstoppable monster, and then they take an L.
They haven't done a Falls Count Anywhere yet, right?
No, and at first I thought that's what this match was supposed to be when Rollins jumped Reed in the entranceway.
I feel like you need to put there needs to be a stipulation match here, whether it's Falls Count Anywhere, which we kind of saw that with Braun, right? Braun Strowman. So I don't know if that's really, I don't know, cheeseburger on a pole match. I don't know. You name the stipulation. We need a good stipulation for these two. I wouldn't say hardcore. Or I don't want to see Legos or thumbtacks. I don't want to see any of that shit because we see that
Probably
stuff
just
all the
gonna
time.
be like a street fight.
I would take, yeah, but they did street fights. These guys did street fights for weeks.
Yeah.
Every time we turn around, they spent one whole Raw beating the piss out of each other in the back. Right. So I don't know. We'll see what goes on here. Seth Rollins picks up the pin here via pinfall after about 37 curb stops. WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship. This is why we're here. We thought that AEW belt was the big ass belt. No. This belt was a monster, and it
huge.
They put it on the only person it could swallow was Liv Morgan.
I think you got to wrap that thing around her twice. It's like body armor.
Yes. Well, actually, she was holding it for. I think she was holding it for a while, and then I guess she got tired of holding it because I think probably weighed more than she. We think that thing's about 40 pounds.
That thing looked heavy as shit.
You felt that? Now I just bought. I bought the world title. You felt how heavy that was, right? That thing's probably about 25 pounds.
Yeah,
and it's got some weight to it. Can you imagine poor Liv?
Yeah,
that's heavier than some of the joints she smoked.
Probably.
So, how did this match end? Morgan hits her with the Oblivion to get the ring.
We
Poorly
had
taken.
the false cash in with Tiffy,
Yes, it's
and
right. We
then
had that.
Raquel and Dirty Dom were out there.
Yeah, it was a
And then
little overbooked. A little overbooked. Yeah, definitely a little overbooked. We thought we were going to get cash in for Tiffy. Nia tells her to kick rocks. She heads back down the ramp or up the ramp, and then turns around, comes back down. Faking like she's going to cash in again. When are we getting this cash in from Tiff? When are we getting it?
it's got
And
to
the
be
crowd loved her.
soon.
The crowd loved her, by the way. They weren't allowed to look at her, but they loved her.
Yeah, they got to do it soon because
I think it's wearing
Nia's getting more and more irritated every week with her.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's got to. I think how it should go. She should smash maybe tonight, right? They actually filmed Raw. It's already
Yeah, it
pre-taped,
was
right?
pre-taped.
So I haven't looked at the spoilers yet, but I think they should smash. She should smash Tiffy, and Tiffy should disappear. Tiffy should be gone off of TV for at least 2 months, and then show up when nobody's expecting her to show up, and cash in on Nia.
Yeah.
Maybe keep her off TV till what? So,
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, maybe that's February.
I'm
Right?
down for it.
I mean, there's really nothing going on, but when you do that, it's like out of sight, out of mind type of thing. So
Yeah, like the Damian Priest at WrestleMania.
yeah, kind of like the story that I wrote for ATCW.
Yeah.
People completely forgot about the key, the golden ticket, until it came out of Jonathan Cross's jacket. 8 months later, so kind of drugged that on a little too long. So anyway, yeah, this is not a bad match. Actually, I'm lying. It wasn't a great match.
It was
The
probably
Indies,
the worst match of the night.
it ran about 9 minutes, something like that. It wasn't super long, but yeah, this was very mismatched wrestlers here. Nia's okay, Liv is okay, and they're not okay enough to make each other look that great. So I mean, Nia beat the snot out of her the whole time, basically.
That and
So
you got both of them are heels, so
and again, the WWE's the best woman in the WWE right now is Dominic Mysterio, because he is involved in every women's match somehow, some way. Whether it's Raquel, whether it's Liv, whether it's Mommy, he's involved somehow. He's
there
our
won't be any mommy for a while.
no. There's not going to be any Mommy for a while, but we'll probably
Pete's
get some.
Cutter news.
That's right, Pete's Cutter tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we got some news and notes for tomorrow coming out of lots of stuff going on for wrestling. Make sure you go like and subscribe, because we'll be back tomorrow, probably about 5:00. Maybe Scotty will be here for this one. Maybe T-Bone. Who knows? Austin, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? It might be a packed house, but we're gonna have some news and notes. Yeah, we got some Becky news. We got some mommy news. We got all kinds of stuff going. We had some releases. Probably some more releases coming this week.
Yep.
So maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll get some. Well, don't want to give anything away yet, but it's coming. So here's the match that never happened. That had a lot of people put a lot of big points on, except for this guy. How many points did you put on this?
All 7.
Oh, 7 points. That stings. Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. This match started immediately. Owens attacked Orton with a chair before the match even started. Attacked Orton's leg in the process. Orton took the fight back to Owens outside the ring, driving him into the commentator's desk, which is kind of Randy's move anyway. The WWE officials started coming down. Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce tried to break it up.
Ate an RKO.
Pierce got blasted, took an RKO. The referee took a stunner. This brawl just went into the crowd when Owens hit the elbow drop off of a landing onto a table. Now, might be Pete's Cutter news tomorrow. We'll get some more information, but it looks like Kevin Owens has some broken ribs. So, kayfabe, we don't know. Kevin Owens' contract is up at the end of this year. We don't know exactly what is going on with it. I think he's staying, but yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah. So anyway, depends how much.
I like an unhinged KO.
Yeah, I do too. Did you notice
but the The other flip side of me wants to see him eventually go to AEW and start up the festival of friendship with Jericho again.
Listen, can you imagine if he walks out onto that stage with that metal clipboard?
Yeah.
Lord, that's the only thing that could save AEW right now. Actually,
And Jericho.
and Jericho, yeah, it might be the only thing that could save Jericho. Actually, that's start bringing back some of Jericho's best feuds. Do you know what they are?
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. That's it. That's it. That's it. So, and they supposedly they hated that idea.
The only other good feuds he ever had was retired Kurt Angle and dead Chris Benoit.
Oof. Well, I
mean,
don't know that we're
really.
going to resurrect any of those. So,
Yeah.
anyway, this match ended in a no contest. Actually, didn't even start. It didn't even start. So,
Yeah, the bell
we
never
all,
rang.
we all thought that 7 matches on a card was going to be like redonkulous anyway.
Yeah, and it was, let's see, what time did this end? 1 o'clock?
It started
It started
at 1.
1,
Ended
4
like
o'clock. 4
4, a
o'clock.
little after 4.
Yeah, it
Almost
was
after
a
4.
little after 4 when they started the entrances to this match, and I was looking at my phone, and I was like, man, that's a lot of matches for one more hour.
Yeah. So good on them. They kind of teased it that there was going to be a match that might not happen, and they've done that before. They put matches on the card, and something's happened, and they've had to change the card. So they changed it all right. We had a United States Championship match: LA Knight versus Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. Knight hit the BFT on Hayes as Hayes was trying to hit Andrade with a face buster. Carmelo Hayes takes that move so well.
Yeah, I think that's where all these wide receivers started doing the stand on their head celebration. They
I
saw
saw that
Melo.
yesterday. You think it's from Melo?
I don't know, might be
Bro,
because he goes straight vertical on his dome as soon as he hits that.
well, you should take it. You should take that stuff if you can on the top of your head, not the front of your head. I think so, and definitely not the back of your head.
Yeah,
Unless you're Tua, shouldn't take it anywhere in the head.
or Big E.
So, so Knight hit the BFT on Hayes as Hayes was trying to hit Andrade with the facebuster. It allowed him to score the pinfall and retain the title.
This was a really good match.
And quick.
Yeah,
And quick. Botch of the night. LA Knight tried to jump up onto the top
I forgot
turnbuckle
about that, and then he
and deballed himself, crotched himself.
right in the
Kind of got
yam
a giggle
bag.
from us.
Yeah, right in the yam bag.
I mean, he's done that a couple times. He slipped, and of course, the commentators covered it up by saying, "Oh, it's hot, it's steamy in Saudi." So
He had his ditty bottle of lube turned upside down in his traveling bag.
that's what it was. Too much oil. So
Ended up in his trunks. We got a little loose.
All right, so we have our other big belt title shot of the night, the Crown Jewel Championship, Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. Boring.
Kind of was.
This match was boring.
I'm a big fan of Gunther, but his moveset sucks. I mean, he kind of reminds me of Kevin Nash with his moveset.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got that amazing chop that absolutely blisters people, but other than that, like, he's a sleeper hold and a fucking power bomb.
Yeah, I mean, he has showed a little bit of versatility every once in a while. I would have liked more out of this, and
Yeah.
I think you could tell when at the end of the match, especially, but I think you could tell that Gunther was not happy about having to take the L here and lose this match. I
Mm-hmm.
really think you could see it on his face when he was coming to the ring. He always looks like he's, he just ate a rotten pickle anyway. But I think it's just the sour look on his face for this was just, I don't know. It was a little bit more than what I've seen. So, yeah, it's whatever. Cody's the golden child. There was no way. I said at the beginning of the night that there was no way that they were going to not end Crown Jewel with Cody Rhodes' music playing and the fireworks. And I mean, if Gunther wins, I mean, would we have liked to see Gunther win this? Is he more deserving? Probably.
For fantasy purposes, yes, because I took Gunther more or less just in case there was that move and I could get ahead in some points.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
not work.
not a bad move, but no.
Yeah.
These guys, it was a good. Like I said, it was a good match. Gunther shook Rhodes' hand after the match, accepting the loss with respect. Oof, I don't know. This was I just don't. I don't know. It wasn't the greatest. So we got to see him at the end. We got to see Liv and Cody standing beside each other in the ring with those two huge belts. Now, I learned today. I didn't know until today that they don't get to keep those belts.
Yeah, they stay in Saudi.
They stay in Saudi at the WWE Experience, and they got rings. They got like Super Bowl type rings. So, which are probably up on WWE Shop right now. Which we might have an affiliate link coming soon. Maybe. So, anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to carry around that belt for any time, really.
Well,
Too much.
I like it. Was form fitting. I think it looked good on Cody. I think his nipples rested kindly on top of the belt because it was so damn tall. It was so the torso in this, and then when Liv put it on, I can
I
only
think
see
she
her feet.
almost fell over.
Hey, you can only see her feet. There was a cool shot, and I saw some comments online. When they were all standing in the middle of the ring, I'm sure there was some Saudi guys in the ring, and they were all on Cody's side. None of them stood near Liv. I thought that was funny. They weren't allowed to be near her. So. Anyway, that was Crown Jewel, man.
Yeah, wasn't a bad pay-per-view. It was probably one of their better Crown Jewel pay-per-views that they've had in a while.
I would say they're getting better. They're getting better on spending that blood money. How much was it, like $8 billion or something like that? Like they gave him a ton of money.
Yeah, I just wish I had a small sliver of that.
I just want 10%. Just 10% is fine. Actually, 5. Give me 5. Give me 5. You never hear another word out of me.
Yeah.
Until I run out. Until I gamble that shit on Packers. Just kidding. I wouldn't bet on them. Anyway, that's it for Crown.
Only unless we're playing the Cowboys.
Oh boy. Well, they're
with the Bears.
The Bears. Anyway, that's it for Crown Jewel. Thank you guys for joining us. We will be back tomorrow. We got a lot of Pizza Cutter news to go over. We should be getting back onto a regular schedule here coming up. I have to check my schedule for this Friday, but I'm pretty sure this Friday's wide open. I know it's crazy.
Wide open till it's not.
I've booked between DJing and wrestling. I've booked myself out pretty much for the end of the year. The 23rd is my nope, I'm lying. Nope, yep, the 23rd is my last event for the year.
That's a lot of Diddy parties.
It's a lot of Diddy parties. Well, I mean, but they're all lubeless, right? Because there's no lube.
That's true.
Diddy bought it all.
Pretty much.
So, it's funny. I tried to shoot this video the other day. I'll go ahead and say this because for the inside people know that we always talk about the different platforms and stuff you guys can catch us on. And we talk about iTunes, and we talk about Spotify, and we talk about iHeartRadio, and I always mention about Google Play.
And Scotty always ruins it.
Scotty ruined it, right? So yesterday, I had said, "Okay, Google," because we have a Google machine. You should probably hear me now. We have a Google machine down in the kitchen, and that Jesse looks up like recipes and stuff like that. And I said, "Okay, Google Play, blah 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 blah," and they said, "We cannot play Google Play right now." And I was trying to get her to repeat that so I could go film myself saying because Scotty fucked it up. She would not say it again. She would not repeat it. It would have been the greatest video ever. I'm not done trying to get it, but yeah, would have been the greatest video anyway.
Been a good clip to cut in on this when you do the run through of all the platforms.
Yeah.
Scotty fucked it up.
So, anyway, thank you guys so much. Make sure you go like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
On the hard way. Conan.